Well, I know that from some of the people I've spoken to, the complaint is that the bureaucracy at the city, talking to city staff, does not go well with them. They think that they're too rigid in their rules or whatever it is that they're discussing, and sometimes they're pretty rigid in saying no because that's not the way we do it or whatever. And that upsets some of the business people in town. I haven't spoken to them all, but some of them that I have spoken to feel that way. I feel that part of the problem is dealing with the city. They need to have a go-between. And when Mel Rothenberg was the mayor, he set up a red tape committee, he called it. And the idea was that members of council would sit on the red tape committee, and probably someone from the administration, and they would review the complaint and see if it's valid, and see if what they're complaining about is actually going on. And if it is, then we need to remedy that. And I think that we should start that again. We should have a red tape committee that deals with business and citizens, if necessary, that will look after the rights of everyone without having a bureaucracy that says, no, that's not the way we do it. So I think a red tape committee is a good idea. And sometimes they can solve the problem, and sometimes they'll come back and tell them, actually, you've got it wrong, and explain why he sees it their way and why the city sees it its way. But I still think it's a good idea. So I'd like to see that implemented again. The other thing too is that when you're dealing with business, I think we should have more meetings, sort of community-based meetings, where people can do it. And we used to do that under Mel Rothenberg. We used to move to a certain area, community associations or business people would come and meet us, and we'd have a meeting, and there's a lot of things that were discussed that we had no knowledge of. And we'd go back and investigate, and sometimes we'd find that they're not right. The city was right, they weren't. And other times we'd say, okay, we agree, and we'll try to alter our policy. So the last thing too is, of course, we have venture Kamloops. And to be honest with you, I don't know whether people really know what venture Kamloops does. They know it's there, and they know it's to sort of attract business, but maybe council needs to be more involved in knowing what exactly are they doing and what business are they bringing in. Because I'm sure they do a good job, but if you don't know what's going on, you don't really know how good a job they're doing. So I think that's another possibility too that might help business and attract business to the community.